What's up, guys? Beckcember is here, and we got Beckcember episode 2 with the Austin and Ellie Jessie crossover part 1. So yeah, also be doing part 2 next episode. So yeah, this episode starts off with Austin singing, we got that Christmas song, we got that Christmas song, and yeah, and then Des keeps saying about how he likes fondue, and he accidentally drops Allie's keys in the fondue, and then Austin says about how Trish can get him to Times Square, because that was his dream, and then Trish said that she got him to Times Square, but then her cherry, it's a version of Siri, it's a useless version of Siri. It says that he says call Tim Square Pizza, and then he accidentally called Tim Square Pizza, where Tim Square says, yeah, it's Tim Square Pizza, the best pizza in Miami. You got Austin Moon to play here, and yeah, Cherry accidentally messed up and made not go to Times Square, made him to go to Tim Square Pizza, and yeah. So then we get the theme song, which is still an awesome theme song. So yeah, and then Austin and Allie are in the music studio. They're in their songwriting place in Talking Boom, and they're doing some, and Allie has Austin listen to some music when Trish comes in, and she's like, hey, Austin didn't actually get to go to Times Square, so she's like, why don't you tell him? And then she tries to distract him by saying, oh hey, would you rather go to Hawaii, or wait on the plane to Hawaii? And I was like, I'd rather go to Hawaii, not wait on a plane to Hawaii. And yeah, and then Trish is like, did you tell Austin? She's like, no, what? And then Trish and Allie's like, you shouldn't make people clean up your messes. And then she accidentally spills a drink and tells Des to clean it up, and Des cleans it up, and Allie's like, Des, you don't have to clean it up. And he's like, yeah, I do. It's like, as I always told Austin, zebras aren't real. And then as Trish leaves, Allie's like, Des, zebras are real. And he's like, yeah, right, Allie, right. And yeah, and then we get into the Jessie part of the crossover. And then we get into we get into Jessie part of the crossover because Emma tells Jessie that Austin was playing in Times Square, but then Jessie won't let her go. So then we get back to So then we get back to the music song Boom, where she says that their flight left, and Cherry says that their flight left. Actually, Trish was able to get Jimmy. Des was able to distract Jimmy, and Trish was able to talk to Jimmy's friend and get Austin Times Square. But Cherry, the useless version of Siri, accidentally left their flight. So then Austin's like, yeah, we're going to Times Square. But then Des is like, Austin, we're not. And then but then Trish is like, Allie has something to tell you. And then Des is like, this will go over easy. Austin, you're not going to Times Square. And Dad's like, yeah. And that was super mean, so. Yeah, and then. Yeah, and then they go on the. They're able to get on, and then they go on the plane. And there's this kid, Austin's stuck next to the kid who's like, you're not the real Austin Moon. And he's like, yeah, I am. And he's like, liar, liar. And he's like, and then he's like, do me dance for you. And he's like, dance. And Austin's like, I'm not gonna dance for you, kid. He's like, then you're not the real Austin Moon. And yeah. Yeah. And then Austin tries to dance, but then the kid's like, liar. So yeah. So then Des gets stuck next to these elderly people who he annoys by having to get stuff and putting his butts in their faces, and then when he finally has to go pee, he's like, do you mind? And she's like, yeah, I do mind. You're gonna sit here and like it. So yeah. And then Allie's stuck next to these two sleeping guys and then she has to talk to Austin, but then the kid, like, he's not the real Austin Moon, poser. And yeah, this kid's just there to prove that he's not the real Austin. So yeah. So then Allie talks about how he's performing his dream, says you're Austin Moon, and he's like, no he's not, and then Allie's like, be quiet kid, and yeah. So yeah, but then Trish gives the bad news, is that they're actually flying over to Philadelphia. She also quits her job, which, if you haven't seen the show, is a running gag over the show that she gets multiple jobs and then she quits them. So yeah. They end up getting into a taxi. At Times Square where they land near Tony's building, Tony's hotel in Central Park with Jessie, and yeah. And then when they leave, Jessie and Emma show up, and Jessie still won't budge on going to the party. So then Emma has to say Ryan Seacrest will be there, so that gets Jessie to go, and and yeah, and then when they get there, the cop won't let them pass. So then they bump into Emma and Jessie, and Emma screams so hard. Peyton List is a very good actress. She's currently on Cobra Kai. This is when she was on Jessie and Bunked and other shows. So yeah, but back to this. Yeah. And then Austin's like, the cop will never let us go there. So he introduces them. She introduces Emma to the guys, and then they're like, and Austin's like, when you know rich people, there's always a way up. So yeah, they take the Ross family's helicopter, and yeah, and then Jimmy calls Trish to say, hey, where's Austin? And she says, we're being fly by Jessie, a teenage nanny, and yeah, then they finally get there. Austin performs the song, and that's the end of the episode. Austin says, why don't we get to the next dream of mine? And that's how the episode ends. So, yeah, part 1 was a pretty good episode. Next episode's part 2, the crossover, and which takes place on Jessie's season. So, yeah. Also, in my video for next, I might sing R.I.P. Cameron Boy. So, yeah, if you want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. This has been an episode of Beckcember. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Facepalm and blow it up.